Hi, I'm Fia, and we're going to collect every last thing from the revisited Horrific Visions. We first fought our way through the Horrific Visions in Battle for Azeroth, but they're back with new challenges and new rewards to score, including mounts, pets, transmog, and achievements, plus some player power for Season 2 of The War Within. You can enter using the gate in Dornogal near the Coreway. The visions send us to either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The location flips each week to find it tainted, corrupted, and partially lost to old god corruption. Familiar faces become enemies, and we kick their butts to win prizes. I'm not going to go too far into strategies for clearing the scenario, as plenty of other sources will cover that for you, but there are a couple of bits that are important to know to collect it all. There's a lot to these. Please feel free to use the timestamps in the description to jump to what you need. Each city will have 5 zones, 1 tainted where we start, 2 corrupted areas, and 2 lost areas. The big boss in the first zone will complete your vision, so if you want to make an attempt at zones 2 through 5, do them first, then come back to zone 1. Your sanity bar will deplete as you spend time anywhere in the scenario, but the more dangerous bits will make the bar empty faster, so we want to invest in the hourglass of horrific visions so we can actually step foot in the lost areas without going insane. As you earn more displaced corrupted mementos and unlock more upgrades in the tree, you'll be able to clear more of the city and get more shinies. You upgrade your tree by purchasing Echoes of N'Zoth with the mementos, then spending those on perks. The introductory quest chain in-game will show you how to do all that. Second big thing is masks. This time around there are 8 masks, and you have to collect them before you can use them. When you use them, they'll add fun new mechanics to your visions, as well as buffing enemies and mementos gained. The more masks you activate, the greater the rewards, and the greater the danger. The first mask, the Long Night, comes from clearing all 5 zones of either vision in one run. Masks 2 through 7 are looted from a combination of the cities. I'll cover these when we're focusing on the appropriate run. The 8th mask requires you to clear a whole vision with 1 mask active and kill every single enemy, barring summonable rares and neutral mobs. Having the 8 masks is important. You'll need them to unlock collectibles. Right, time for some cosmetics. As I said, there's a ton to take in here and not much fluff, so take your time with it all. If you're using all the things to track your collection, find all this stuff under Expansion Features, The War Within, Horrific Visions Revisited. First, there are some collectibles that aren't tied to either vision, or they're tied to both. The intro quest chain starts from either a push quest when you log in, an NPC in the main hall of Dornogal, or your adventure guide. Double check in ATT, there is a breadcrumb quest here, so be sure you've got the right one so you don't miss it. Follow the quest to Soradormi, follow her instructions leading to Orgrimmar, and finish with the quests to get your head enchant runes. Don't forget to chat with the hourglass in the starting room of the visions too for the quest relating to Sori as a helper once that becomes available. The rest of the quests in this category are for unlocking all your masks. Achievements for Horrific Visions are super simple. Not easy, but simple. Even a failed run results in collecting the vision's currency, displaced corrupted mementos. Rack 'em up for achievement points. 1,000 mementos gained for Thanks for the Mementos, 10,000 for Memento Mori, 25,000 for Memento Mania, 50,000 for a monumental amount of mementos. 75,000 is considered a mountain of mementos and finishes out the chain. Using those to buy every upgrade in your hourglass will cost you a total of 10,820 mementos and will earn you We Have the Memories. Unlock every mask and you'll get Horrific Masquerade for your efforts. For incremental progress, you'll need to clear 3 zones of either vision. I'd recommend clearing both corrupted or lighter purple areas, plus the main objective for this one. It's just easier when you're starting out. This achieve will unlock Tic Tac, the vendor who sells veteran level weapons. Reeking of Visions is a mini meta. Complete a full 5 zone clear of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar to unlock it. This will have to be completed over 2 separate weeks with the rotation, and you get Reek, a pet, as a reward. Rapid fire time, there are achievements for every step up when using masks. Clear either vision with 1 mask on for Masked Soliloquy. Clear either with 2 masks for Masked Duet. 3 mask clear for Masked Trio. 4 mask clear for Masked Quartet. 5 mask clear for Symphony of Masks. 6 mask clear for Masked Sextet. 7 mask clear for Masked Septet, and finally an 8 mask clear for Orchestra of Masks. Try reading through those really quickly. Through the Depths of Visions is another mini meta. Fill your hourglass and complete a 5 mask clear of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar to unlock it, and your Black Serpent of N'Zoth mount. Mastering the Visions caps it off, asking for a full 8 mask clear of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Congrats on your Nyalothan Shadowworm, if you can get it done. Relying on a team can make some of this stuff a little easier, so of course there are solo achievements too. Complete a 5 mask solo clear of each city for Mad World, granting player the Faceless One as a title. Push further for an 8 mask solo clear of each city and get Through the Looking Glass, with player the Mad as a title. Moving into mounts, there are a few that straddle both visions. Starting with the super basic, there are a couple handful of mounts you can purchase from the vendor at any time. Tori has the Corruption of the Aspects mount available for 40,000 mementos, as well as the returning Wicked Swarmer for 20,000. The Male Muncher was the bane of my existence for a good length of time, and it's back! It's my second unluckiest mount ever. I hope you get yours quick. Each vision has interactable mailboxes that when clicked, summon a bad guy. Sometimes, rarely, this bad guy is a Male Muncher. Kill it and it'll cough up your mount. Each zone has one mailbox, so 5 per vision, and they're always in the same spots. While you're in the starting area for your vision, alt-right-click the Male Muncher header under the rare category in ATT to plot waypoints for them. Visions 2.0 introduces a new muncher, the Nesting Swarmite. RNGesus help me. Exact same mechanics, except instead of mailboxes, we're clicking trash piles. Same deal again, alt-right-click the Nesting Swarmite header under the rare category in ATT while you're in the starting room for waypoints. Another new mount, the Void-Crystal Panther, is made with jewel crafting. You'll need to have at least one mask on for this one. Jewel crafters can loot the recipe from Big Keech in Orgrimmar, and everyone can loot ingredients from both Stormwind and Orgrimmar to submit a crafting order once they get the orb from Big Keech. I'll have notes for what you can get each week in the city-specific sections. The Felreaver Deathcycle mount starts off in Stormwind with a 1-mask run to collect the bike frame, but you'll need to run both visions to collect the bike's parts. I'll pop these in the first section of each city too. To collect the Black Serpent of N'Zoth, you'll need the mini-meta achievement Through the Depths of Visions. Fill out your hourglass for We Have the Memories, and run a full clear of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar with 5 masks active for the most horrific vision of both. Lastly, we have our Nyalothan Shadowworm, reward for the mini-meta Mastering the Visions. Complete an 8-mask clear of each city for their Beyond the Most Horrific Vision achieves, and it'll be yours. Good luck! There are a few pets not tied to either specific vision. Firstly, Reek. Complete a full clear of both cities, no masks required, to earn their respective Even More Horrific Visions achieves, unlocking Reeking of Visions and your squirmy friend. Next, Anomalous. This eye-filled blob comes from a swirling black bottle that can drop from Alleria or Thrall's chests after a successful run at any level. You don't need to clear additional zones. Scourge of the Aspects is super cute and purchasable. Bring 5,000 mementos to Tori for this little critter. We've already spoken about 2 titles on offer, so just a quick recap. Clear both visions solo with 5 masks active for the Player the Faceless One title, and both visions solo with 8 masks active for Player the Mad. There are gear upgrades on offer for running visions. This is a collecting guide, so I'm not going to go too far into eye level and stuff, but these are pieces of transmog as well. Each character can get a piece of gear once per week per mask difficulty, and subsequent runs at the same difficulty will grant gear from the previous difficulty until you've got them all. Each tomb will max out at 6 pieces of gear per week if they're able to clear with 5 masks active. This is personal loot, so you can target the drops you want by running the right tunes. Cosmetic versions of all this loot can be bought from Tori the vendor, so if you're just hunting the appearances, yay! If you're a source collector like me, condolences. We need to farm the drops, they don't share source IDs. Speaking of vendors, there are 4 of them for us to look at briefly. We've mentioned Tori a couple of times. She sells the Corruption of the Aspects mount for 40,000 mementos, the returning Wicked Swarmer mount for 20,000, the Scourge of the Aspects pet for 5,000, and cosmetic reproductions of the completion chest gear. But she also sells the Bronze Dragon Scale backpack cosmetic for 5,000 mementos, the returning Black Dragon Scale backpack cosmetic for 2,000, plus 3 cosmetic reproductions of the legendary Battle for Azeroth cloak, Ashrakamus the Corrupted for 1,000 mementos, Ashrakamus the Purified for 1,500 mementos, and Ashrakamus the Celestial, which is gorgeous, for 2,000 mementos. Tic Tac, Rithva, and Shreni all sell weapons at different upgrade levels. This matters if you're looking to upgrade your gear or catch up ults, but for collecting purposes, they're all the same. The Veteran, Champion, and Hero versions of the same weapon are all the same source ID. Yay! The 3 vendors are each locked behind achievements of increasing difficulty, so you'll likely unlock Tic Tac first, as he only requires a 3-zone clear to access. If you buy everything off him, you won't need the other 2 for your collection. Okay, welcome to the horrific vision of Stormwind. We're going to go through stuff that can only be got here, as well as tasks to complete while Stormwind is active to get the stuff that straddles both cities. If it's an Orgrimmar week and you want to skip this stuff until next week, check out the timestamps in the description. First, straddling tasks. All of these will need you to be wearing at least 1 mask. With your mask on, do a run that clears Old Town and or Mage Quarter. This can be 2 different runs if you want or need. A 1-mask Old Town clear will unlock your Pained Mask, and 1-mask Mage Quarter will get you your Dark Imagination Mask. Next, head to the canals between the Trade District and Old Town to find your Vengeance Mask. Just need to click it, but you'll need to clear the mobs first. Then, just outside the Mage Quarter, you'll find Hogger's Wanted poster. Click it, kill him, and loot a Nemesis Shard. Combine this with Gammon's Nemesis Shard from Orgrimmar and you'll have your Nemesis Mask. If you've got your orb from Big Keech for the Dual Crafter's mount, the Void-Crystal Panther, you'll want to do a 1 mask Old Town clear for your unusual gems from the completion chest. The Shadow-infused Onyx you're after will also drop from this and any other 1 mask chest you manage to complete. You need 20 of these, so it might take a minute. These can come from Orgrimmar too though, so no rush to get them done this week. Your Black Blood infused bars can also be picked up this week from the Anvil in the blacksmithing area of the Dwarven District. These can come from Orgrimmar too. Now's the week to start your Felreaver Deathcycle journey. Head to the Dwarven District near the auction house and kill the bike, then kill Haemar the Devout. A ghostly version of the bike will be hanging around. Click it to send it back to Dornegal and start your build. Bits to collect for the build this week include the Magic Lined Manifold. Head to the Trade District and loot it outside the auction house from a wooden box. Then your Twisted Skull Scythe handlebars, finish a 1 mask Old Town clear and loot them from the chest at the end. The depleted Void Crystal will come from the final chest after a 1 mask Mage Quarter clear. One of the Void Flame resistant hides will come from a 1 mask Dwarven District clear, and one of the Tentacle Spokes drops from the 1 mask Trade District clear box. Once you've got these pieces and you're looking to craft parts for the bike, remember that the stuff needs to be max quality, gold, not silver or bronze. Grab an Elementium plated exhaust pipe from Big Keech in Old Valley of the Eternal Blossom, speak to Zadormi to change the timeline if you can't see him, then use the Magic Lined Manifold to combine them. The parts you need to combine with the Twisted Skull Scythe handlebars can be crafted by engineers. The Storm Touched Weapon Wrap comes from leatherworking. Or most of it can be bought from the AH. Just double check the quality. The irresistible red button is bind on pickup though, so you'll either need to be an engineer or pop through a crafting order for it. For your crystal, jumper cables from engineers and the refulgent crystal from disenchanting, again, gold quality. 1 hide and 1 spokes go together with 6 entropy enhancers from engineers, gold quality, to make 1 wheel. You'll need to do this again next week if it's your first wheel. Next, achievements to polish off this week. Your first run will get you Horrific Vision of Stormwind. Just take out Illyria. Then clear the whole vision, all 5 zones, to get the even more horrific vision of Stormwind and make progress towards your Reek battle pet. Pop on 5 masks and clear it again for the most horrific vision of Stormwind, ticking off the requirement for Through the Depths of Visions, heading towards your Black Serpent of N'Zoth. If you do this solo, it'll also check off the requirement for Mad World. An 8 mask clear will get you beyond the most horrific vision of Stormwind, progress towards mastering the visions and your Nylothran Shadowworm, and if you do it solo, it'll check off part of Through the Looking Glass. On to mounts that are contained entirely in Stormwind. The Void-Forged Stallion is grumpy he lost his shoes, and even grumpier when we melt them. You need a mask equipped for this mount. Alt-right-click the Void-Forged Stallion header in ATT to plot 1 waypoint in each zone. Each of these are horseshoes, except for the one in the Dwarven District. Hit up the other 4 and click the shoes, then go to the one in the Dwarven District and melt them. The stallion will spawn, kill it, loot mount. Just the 1 mount will drop regardless of your group size. The recipient is random, so I recommend having a chat about how to handle that before your run. The Void-Scarred Gryphon requires 2 masks to get. Before you head into the vision, grab yourself 8 food items. Fresh fillet, skewered fillet, chopped microbloom, roasted microbloom, spiced meat stock, simple stew, portion steak, and unseasoned field steak. You can get all of this using the cooking profession or from the AH. Once you've got those, head into the vision and go to the Trade District, where the flight path would be. Find the 2 notes and claw-marked bowl near the griffin corpses, and use them to figure out which food is correct for your run. Fish is fillet, fungus is microbloom, steak is steak, and meat that has been spiced is spiced meat stock. The other note will tell you raw or cooked. The raw ones are the white quality items, the cooked are green. Pop the correct food in the bowl, then click again to rattle it and the Void-Scarred Gryphon will appear if you've done it right. It does take a second for it to fly down to you though. Kill the griffin, loot your mount. If instead you find yourself swarmed with rats, you've put the wrong thing in the bowl and you'll need to reset the vision to try again. Note that the correct food will change each run, so you'll need to read the notes again. Again, 1 mount per run, recipient chosen at random. Communication is key. Pets are a whole lot simpler to get than mounts, but there's the drawback of RNG being involved. All of these are just a chance to drop. You might need to run a bunch to get what you're after. Luckily, none of these require any masks, so they're fairly easy to grind. The Void Woven Cat Collar will drop from Illyria's chest, no extra zones required. Box labeled Danger Void Rat inside can drop from the Dwarven District completion chest. The Parrot Cage Void-Scarred Parrot will drop when you complete the trade district in a run. The Eye of Chaos comes from the Old Town completion chest. You can get your Void-Scarred hair from completing the Mage Quarter. There are 3 toys exclusive to Stormwind, 2 very easy, 1 pain in the butt. Easiest, the Void-Touch skull is in the Cathedral district near the circle of morbid orphans doing something with their matron. It's just a skull on the ground near some boxes, no sparkle, just click to loot. The Rotten Apple toy is also super easy but requires a touch more work. You need to click the rotten apples found all through the vision to have a chance for it to drop from your final chest. It really seems to be though that each time you click one, it adds 1% to your drop chance, which is kind of amazing. So go repeatedly click an apple in the Cathedral district, some can be endlessly clicked, and count it out until you hit 100, then go smack Alaria. 100 times 1% is 100%, as in guaranteed. Look, I don't know, it worked for me and for Jas. I think it's hilarious, go click some apples. Craggle Wobbletop is a moldy walnut and I hate him. He drops the overly sensitive Void Spectacles toy, or so I've been told. It's a 1 in 20 drop. He's surrounded by overpowered toys that he buffs, and the only way to stop that is by distracting him. He patrols around the outside of the trade district. Drop your toy train set and pull him and his group over the set. He'll get annoyed by the train, same though, and take some time to smash it, which breaks his concentration on buffing his toys so you can kill them. Once they're dealt with, you can smack him and take his glasses and make rude gestures at his corpse. I'm fine, I swear. That's it for Stormwind Week. On to Orgrimmar. Welcome to the horrific vision of Orgrimmar. We're going to go through stuff that can only be got here, as well as some tasks to complete while Orgrimmar is active to get the stuff that straddles both cities. If it's a Stormwind week and you want to skip this stuff until next week, check out the timestamps in the description. I covered Stormwind first, so you'll be looking to go backwards in the video. First, let's get some both cities stuff out of the way. You'll need 1 mask on for all of these. Starting simple, do a clear of Valley of Wisdom for your Burned Bridge mask, and a clear of Valley of Honor for the Daredevil mask. You can do these together or in different runs depending on what you can do. Next, head to the Valley of Strength Inn and click Gammon's Axe to summon Gammon. Kill him for his Nemesis Shard. If you've already got the one from Hogger in Stormwind, you can combine these to get your Nemesis mask. For Jewel Crafters, be sure to head out to the Valley of Honor and take out Big Keech. He'll drop your recipe for the Void-Crystal Panther. He's also the source for the Void-bound Orb of Mystery ingredient, which you'll need to have on hand to see the other ingredients. Shadow-infused onyxes for the Panther will drop from any end chest with 1 mask active. You need 20 of these, so it might take a minute, but these can also drop from Stormwind chests, so there's no rush. Your black blood-infused bars, also for the Panther, can be found in the Valley of Wisdom, surrounded by corrupted mobs. You'll need 4, but these are also in Stormwind. If you've got your Felreaver Deathcycle frame from Stormwind, it's time to grab the bits you need from Orgrimmar. First up, grab your Void-Forged engine block from inside the engineering shop in the Drag. Then, your Void-Scarred boar hide will drop from the end chest from Valley of Honor. Be sure to take out Rexar to have it available. You can get a Void Flame resistant hide from the Valley of Spirits completion chest, and a Tentacle Spokes from the Drag completion chest. Once you've grabbed all those, and you're outside the vision, grab 4 Goblin Machined Pistons from Big Keech in the old Valley of Eternal Blossoms. Head to Zadormi if you can't see him to change the timeline. Use the Void-Forged engine block to complete the engine. Grab 5 gold quality, very important, Weaver Cloth spell threads from either your tailoring toon or the AH, and use the Void-Scarred boar hide to combine them. Once you've got both a Void Flame resistant hide and a Tentacle Spokes, combine them with 6 entropy enhancers from your engineer or the AH, gold quality. You'll need to do this again next week if this is your first wheel. On to Orgrimmar contained stuff, starting with our achievements. Take out Thrall to earn your Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar achievement. Clear the whole vision with all 4 side areas to earn the Even More Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar achievement, giving you credit towards Reeking of Visions with the pet reward Reek. Pop on 5 masks and do a full clear for the Most Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar, and progress towards Through the Depths of Visions with the Black Serpent of N'Zoth mount reward. Do this solo for progress towards the Mad World achievement. Wear all 8 masks and clear the vision for Beyond the Most Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar, and progress towards Mastering the Visions for the Nyalothan Shadow Worm mount. Do it solo and check off half of the Through the Looking Glass achieve. There are 2 mounts confined to the Orgrimmar vision. First, the Void-Scarred Packmother. You need 1 mask on to see this one. You need to burn a saddle in the Valley of Honor and attack in the Valley of Wisdom, then head to the Drag to click a rug. This will spawn the Packmother, kill it for your mount. You can alt-right click the Void-Scarred Packmother header in ATT to plot waypoints. If you're running in a group, only 1 mount will drop and it'll be randomly allocated. Check in with your party members on how you'll handle the loot. You'll need 2 masks active to spawn the Void-Scarred Windrider. Clear the Valley of Wisdom area and a void wall will disappear, allowing you access to the elevator that takes you to the Skyway. Take it up and kill the cubs you find to spawn waves of enemies until you can take out the Void-Scarred Wyvern Matriarch, who, when killed, will drop your mount. Again, on the random single drop here, chat with your party. Pets in Orgrimmar are very simple, though they're all a drop chance, so cross your fingers. Taking out Thrall will give you a chance for the Void Link Frostwolf collar in the final chest. Clear the Valley of Spirits zone, and you can get the box with faintly glowing air holes from the resulting chest. The Void-Scarred Scorpid will drop from the drag completion chest. The Void-Scarred Egg can drop from completing the Valley of Wisdom. And Cthulhu Cutie Pie comes from finishing the Valley of Honor. You don't need to do full clears here, can just target the zone you need. Moving on to toys, no mask required here. First is Coifcurl's Close Shave Kit. Moving from the Valley of Spirits towards the Valley of Wisdom, you'll find the barbershop on the left. Simply enter, and you'll be attacked by Bebry Coifcurl, who will cut your hair. Once she runs off, you can loot the toy. The other toy here is a rare drop from the completion chest from the Valley of Spirits. Simple, but a little annoying. Just keep farming that chest until it drops for you. Congratulations! You've made it through. That's an absolute ton of collectibles. Thank you for sticking with me through it all. Let me know in the comments what you want to guide on next. There is so much to collect in WoW, it can get a bit overwhelming. Hit that thumbs up button, be sure to subscribe. You can catch me live on Twitch 4 nights a week to see what I'm working on, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching!